Hard work does not automatically get you fired, but invisible overload can create a dangerous pattern. You become the reliable person. Extra work quietly flows toward you. Agreed priorities become impossible to protect. And the first thing leadership finally notices is the deadline you missed. That is the curse of competence. Not a law of every workplace, but a failure mode. Every dependable employee should know how to prevent. Picture Crow at his desk early on Monday. His project list is full but manageable. Then Rabbit misses a handoff while visibly overwhelmed. The Owl manager asks Crow to cover it because Crow is fast. On Tuesday, Badger needs help with a technical client deck. On Wednesday, an urgent spreadsheet appears. None of the requests sounds large by itself, and Crow wants to be a team player, so he says yes 3 times without asking what should move. By Friday, Crow has completed a mountain of useful work, but the original project is late. The manager sees a red deadline on the dashboard. The rescue work lives in private messages, hallway conversations, and Crow's memory. From the manager's view, one committed task slipped. From Crow's view, he protected the whole team. Both views contain part of the truth, and the missing link is documented priority. This is where the dramatic claim needs a reality check. Management does not always block indispensable people from promotion. Managers do not always avoid hard conversations, and loud coworkers do not automatically steal credit. Sometimes a manager genuinely does not know the total workload. Sometimes the priorities changed, but nobody recorded the change. Sometimes the employee assumed that helping everywhere would be recognized without explaining the trade-off. Begin with ambiguity before assuming malice. Then create evidence that removes the ambiguity. Gallup has described priority overload as a condition that can spread teams thin, contribute to burnout, and inhibit progress toward important goals. Clear purpose and collective review help teams decide what to say yes to and what to decline. The World Health Organization describes burnout as an occupational phenomenon resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. The lesson is not to stop caring, it is to stop treating capacity as infinite. Competent employees are especially vulnerable because yesterday's rescue becomes today's expectation. If Crow finishes an emergency task without showing the cost, the manager learns that Crow can absorb emergency work. The next request arrives with no visible consequence. Soon the system depends on hidden overtime, skipped breaks, and private stress. When that pace eventually falls, the new normal makes an ordinary week look like declining performance. The defense is not quiet quitting, it is priority accounting. When a new task arrives, Crow should not say, "That is not my job." He should say, "I can take this on. I'm currently committed to Project A for Wednesday and Project B for Friday. Which deadline should move? Or who can take part of the existing work?" That sentence does 3 useful things. It says yes to the business need. It makes current commitments visible, and it returns the priority decision to the person responsible for priorities. If the manager says Project A moves to next week, Crow now has a clear instruction. If the manager says nothing can move, the capacity problem is visible before the failure. Next comes the weekly alignment recap. This is not a legal shield, and it does not guarantee that a bad manager will behave well. It is a short operating record that helps reasonable people stay aligned. Send it while the work is current, not months later during a dispute. The email can say, "Hi, to make sure next week's priorities are aligned, here is what I completed this week. I finished the client analysis and resolved the urgent reporting issue. After taking on the reporting issue, the product brief moved from Friday to Tuesday. My proposed priorities next week are the product brief first, then the forecast update. Please let me know if you want a different order." Notice what the email does not say. It does not call a coworker lazy. It does not accuse the manager of exploitation. It does not turn every favor into a grievance. It records output, explains the trade-off, proposes the next order, and invites correction. That makes invisible work visible without creating unnecessary conflict. Crow should also maintain a private work log with dates, commitments, completed outcomes, and measurable impact. This is not a secret dossier on coworkers. It is a reliable memory aid for one-on-ones, performance reviews, workload planning, and resume updates. Keep confidential company information only in approved systems and follow workplace policy. If the workload remains impossible after repeated alignment attempts, move from informal rescue to a formal capacity conversation. Bring the current list, estimated effort, deadlines, and the decision you need. Ask, which 3 outcomes matter most this month? What should stop? What quality level is acceptable? Who owns the risk if all dates remain fixed? A healthy manager may not realize how much has accumulated and will welcome the clarity. A disorganized manager may finally confront the trade-off. A toxic manager may react badly. The same email cannot control all 3. But clear records help you evaluate the workplace based on a pattern rather than one emotional day. If retaliation, discrimination, safety, pay, or legal issues are involved, preserve appropriate records and seek qualified advice for your location, instead of relying on a YouTube tactic. The curse of competence becomes dangerous when reliability is silent. Hard work should produce visible outcomes, explicit priorities, and sustainable expectations. Do excellent work. Help the team. But every time new work enters, make the displaced work visible. The goal is not to prove that your boss is the villain. The goal, instead, is to prevent your best effort from being mistaken for unlimited capacity. On Monday, Crow thought the solution was to work harder. By Friday, he learned the better rule. Do not hide the trade-off. Document it, align it, and make management choose the priority before the deadline chooses for everyone.